Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to discuss the essay Ideas That Have Helped Mankind by Bertrand Russell. As I have already discussed two of his essays and his writing style as well. So in two of his essays, The Future of Mankind and The Ideas That Have Harmed Mankind, I have discussed that he has predicted the future war and what are the possible outcomes. He just gave three possibilities in the future of mankind, right? And in his second essay, Ideas That Have Harmed Mankind, he has discussed some ideas like pride, jealousy, superstitions and religious dogmas that harmed mankind. And in this essay we gonna discuss the ideas that have helped mankind from the history and towards up till now. So about Bertrand Russell, I discuss his biography and his writing style as well, and he was a social reformer, politician and peace lover, right? And he played a major role in peace during World War I as well. So he discussed social politics and moral issues as well, and he was known as the promoter of peace as well. And so he gives a detail about the ideas that have helped mankind in prehistoric time and historic time. So what are the ideas or what are the things that have helped mankind? Are mankind helped or friendly with one another? So the very first idea in prehistory time which helped mankind, according to Russell, is increase in number. As you know that when human beings first came into being, they are very less in number, and the first one were the cavemen. There are very few and they live in caves. So later what actually happened, their population increased. Obviously this helped them. How? You often heard this saying that unity is strength. So their increase in number in population become their strength, and they were able to face other species around them. Obviously, so obviously there were beasts and other species there, and when they were less in number, obviously they are afraid of such things, and now their number has been increased, and it become their strength, and increase in population helped them, right? So to sustain life in their survival, their safety and safeguard. So humans are more like animals, living like beasts. So in cavemen, so they survive, and this increase in population helped them. So generation after generation, and the number of people increase day by day, and today it become a harmful idea, our population that we are facing today, a major problem of the contemporary society, that is our population. And there was rare, the population was very rare. So the two factors that bring about this change are the congenital skills. Congenital skills, the interpersonal skills or interacting with others, and the forethought, forethought, thinking about the future, foresight or vision, you can say in simple words. So these are the ideas that help them to foresee the future, to think about their survival, and the skills or the strategies they have to adapt to survive in that society. So obviously this is another idea, and the author is not sure about in what way happiness benefited the mankind. So the foresightedness of men helped them in many ways. How? We will see. So it has harmed them in equal manner as well. So the man is always fear of upcoming disaster. How it harmed them? Because they are conscious about the future, and it harmed them. The fear of upcoming disaster and fear of future make them less happy. On the other hand, and the vision or conscious about the future help you as well. You find your purpose, your plan, and you foresee the things and making plans accordingly. According to Russell, facing the calamity is not that much lethal as worrying about it is. So a man is more exposed to various experiences in his life. So because of different intellects from other species of its kind. So this brain power, human beings are having the highest degree among the creations of God. So why? Because of their mind, thinking, logic, reasoning, the brain power consequently empower them to enjoy greater diversity of experiences. And the increase in knowledge with the passage of time help the man to progress. So another thing is knowledge. Obviously it is because of our knowledge we have the highest degree among the creation of God. So increase in knowledge with the passage of time help them to progress in science, technology, and it is due to the knowledge today that the world is developed so much. The progress has been take place and technological in terms of technology, science, each and everything, it is because of knowledge. And further he discussed the development of civilizations. So obviously what makes people civilized? Education, knowledge. Obviously the educated ones, so they were white, living in caves, not educated, uncivilized, barbers, but with the knowledge came the civilization. They become civilized, development of civilization that helped mankind through the evolution. And do you know about the theory of evolution, Darwin's theory of evolution? They adapt themselves according to the society, the survival of the fittest, and it is the demand of the society that only the fittest survive. And in today's world you see the competition, only those survive who are the competent one. And apart from that, civilization taught the human to be more kind towards other fellow beings, and sense of love, care, help arose in men with the development of civilization, and this benefited men in terms of progress as well. So some prehistorical time period ideas that have helped mankind. The first one is the invention of language. Language is very important, and I've discussed in detail about the origin of language, how writing developed, the use of language, the prehistorical, right, different theories about the language, Bobo theory, and other theories. So I've discussed them in detail. I will give you the link, right, or you better search in the playlist of introduction to language in my channel. So invention of language is most important, and the exact stage during which language develop is not known exactly, but it is the language. Without the language it would be impossible for any generation to develop, because language is the tool through which we communicate with each other, and without communication did anything proceed? Nothing. And second idea that helped mankind is the utilization of fire. Oh, obviously it was a great invention, fire, and we utilize it still today for many purposes, and without fire survival become impossible. With the help of fire, human at that time, the cavemen, they what they did with fire, they utilize it for what purposes? Cooking food, to warm themselves. So the next idea that Russell discussed is the taming of domestic animals. As you know that in prehistoric, the animals were not tame, but this trend of taming animals, pets, become a trend in later eras. So they began to tame those animals, right, domestic, and use them in their domestic life, which provide them food and nutrition to men. And another idea is the green vegetables. They used to they used to feed themselves on green vegetables, and they become vegetarian as well. So this led to invention of the food, so it was not easy as it involves huge sacrifice of the humans. And the last idea is the development of art of writing. I've already discussed about the writing system, right? The pictograms and all of these holograms and different types of writing system in ancient times, So how writing developed, that is another thing. So it helps them to express their uh, to express themselves through writing, right? To communicate with others. So it is the development of the art of writing. So the cavemen, the writing system in the some form of cuneiforms, as I've already discussed, some picture form, pictograph, and things like that. So it gradually developed, and today we have this type of writing, and the pictures, signs were used to convey the message. And now the historical period ideas that have helped mankind. So historical time period ideas include ideas about knowledge and techniques, right, and that are concerned with the morals, politics, etc., and development in mathematics and astronomy. So the Greeks were the first to have their potential works in mathematics and astronomy, right? They were first initiated by the Greeks, and later on other states acquired the knowledge from the civilized nation like the Egyptians. So the knowledge began to separate across the world, and it originated in Greek, right? And the Greeks used mathematics, and well-known renowned scholars of that time include Archimedes and Aristarchus of the Samos, who was one of the greatest mathematician. And in Muslim history, we have different scientists, right? Mathematicians and scientists as well, who have great contribution. And the beneficial ideas contributed during 17th century by the scientists like Galileo, Descartes, Newton, Linnaeus, etc. Their contribution, you might read about their theories. Galileo contribution in astronomy, his invention of telescope, right, and Newton laws. So this modern scientific discoveries, they are based on their work, atom bomb based on the old principles of Galileo and Newton laws of motion. They are very important in physics, right? Law of inertia. So this led to invention of modern weaponry, right? And the theory, Darwin theory of evolution, that is very important, and his great contribution towards the evolution of species, right? And his theory is regarding how the species, they evolve and adapt themselves to the changing environment, right? How we evolve from that caveman to the modern men, and moral and political ideas that have helped mankind. They progress in science and technology. As you know, today's world is the world of technology. Such advancement and invention led to such advancement in today's world that we are surrounded with technology, progress in science and knowledge. The atomic weapons we have, so they will destroy the whole world. They hold the potential to destroy the whole world. So somehow it's a harming idea, but on the other hand, On its positive aspect, we are looking at the technology. It helps us, it helps us in many ways, assist us, making things very easier in the world of technology. Today we can talk to any person across the globe at an instant. So when we speak of morality, particularly political morality, no such development is made. So he said that the humans are divided into varied groups and communities, and every community thinks itself more vital as compared to the others. So this led to discrimination, discrimination on distinction among people, and it led to conflict ultimately, and idea of nationalism were not that widespread. So the next idea is the idea of comradeship of men. Comrade, friendship, you can say. So he just discussed some the ideas reinforced by Buddhism, Christianity. So he said that in Christianity play a huge role in lessening the miseries of the slaves, and they establish hospitals, charities, schools on broader scale, right? So this idea of their comradeship help mankind because they have worked for the welfare of mankind. And the idea of brotherhood among humans is among the important ideas. Obviously, it is the brotherhood that holds us together, right? Unity is strength. Brotherhood, it is the brotherhood which is our strength. So it is the idea of brotherhood. It helped mankind, and they benefited the moral development of mankind. And another idea is the idea of democracy and liberty. So this concept of equality, fraternity, liberty have helped mankind to a large extent. And John Locke is considered one of the supreme supporter of liberty in 17th century, right? And he tried his best to settle the individual liberty with constitutional control, law, government, or other extraordinary concepts in politics that have helped mankind. And the government can enable to control the citizens. So today's government is based on democracy, right? So democracy help mankind because it is the rule by people, the willingness and freedom of people is involved in such government. Democratic government today are the successful ones. So government, according to Russell, democracy offer the freedom that is very essential for the welfare and bliss of mankind. And Russell finally proposed an idea that may benefit the mankind to great extent is the coming future. That idea is of single government, as in his other essays as well, the future of mankind. He had discussed about the third possibility, that there must form a single world government. So a single world government which is accepted by all the nations, right? Which have resources of all the nation, which controls all the nation of that single government. So it's like a utopian idea, and it's not practical, it is not possible in today's world. And today's world we see that one country is not willing to accept the another. So why it agreed to form a single government? So a new period of development and progress of mankind will start in the case of new international government is formed, and he prefer United States, USA, to be that world single government. And he give his reasons why he prefer USA, because of freedom, right? Freedom of speech, expression, the liberty they have. And so he considered to be truly independent, that is USA. So these are his ideas, right? So according to Russell, the world in the coming 20 to 30 years will either abolish itself or will establish by establishing an international or world government. So neither of his prediction comes true, as we see. So it's like a more utopian idea that is not possible in today's world, and peace still prevails in the world, and in the future there would be no need of establishing a single world government, and this system works like that.